Good afternoon. My name is Hope, and this is my presentation on the 17th, 18th, and 19th century. Far as like the burials, the funeral, and the overall process of when you prepare a body to be put inside of the ground. It's kind of sort of different of how they did things back then. You know, in today's world now, we get a call, we go pick up the body, we bring them to the funeral home, we prepare them for as the embalming, we get them dressed, we put them in a casket, we have the homegoing service with the viewing first, and then we have a memorial service where it's either done at the church, at the funeral home, and then, you know, they would take them to the cemetery and bury them in a casket, in a vault, out of burial containers, things of that nature, and we leave them there. Back then, more so was slightly different. Most people would find it kind of weird or scary how things were done back then. Back then, when someone passed away, the process took place inside of the home. They had the homegoing services either in the home, and then when they were either buried at their home, either under the home, somewhere out on the yard, in the field, in the farm, or in churches and things like that of that nature. They weren't really too big on cemeteries back then, of how they were now. Also, embalming wasn't more so of a requirement, which it is. It still isn't a requirement now in today's world, but it is recommended. Back then, they buried bodies within 2 to 3 days prior. That was the ritual, and they were wrapped up in like some type of wool or sheet and put in the ground that way. They weren't really buried inside of caskets, nor so were they in a cemetery. So they kind of like the difference between back then and now, and depending on the religion and the beliefs of that particular person in their family, how they brought upon, of how that's based upon basically how they would celebrate the lives of that loved one. They had different things like knives and other keepsake that they were buried with. They brought the body in. They had either the woman in charge of certain things as far as preparing the body. It was just completely different of how it is now, compared to back then. So that's pretty much what the 17th, 18th, and 19th century presentation and the paper was on. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and have a great evening. Bye-bye.